The ticker was FSLR, Shrev. So yeah, interesting times, right? I would say that MSTR could also be a watch for me as well. So we'll see what that does. Really, I'm just going to be watching Bitcoin and then just kind of be managing what MSTR and Coin do. But MSTR really strong right now. Coinbase is doing pretty good as well. So I think if Coinbase breaks 180, this could definitely get going. But I'm okay with missing the 180 break, and I'll just wait to kind of trade it up here on 183, 184. So we're gonna set an alert there, and I'll just sit back. Let's see what else. That's about it. So TK, you said Tesla. Yeah, so I mean, obviously a pretty weak day yesterday, but they have earnings today, guys. So this is big. Tesla earnings after the close. I would love to see this go up, but we don't always get what we want. So that's kind of it for me, guys. So I mean, Amazon, I got the 170 calls up. If we open up above 170, I may change that, but for now, 170s look good. 175s also look good. For FSLR, I have the 135 calls ready. So remember 134 is going to be that high from a couple days ago. So ideally I could get in before that, break through 134 and then see 135. I might be able to get you the link here, Farouk. 1 second. I don't know why the quality looks worse on YouTube than on my StreamYard, but whatever. So, anyways, that should be it for me. So do you have any questions or tickers you want me to look at before we get started? We still got about 7 minutes until the open, so we got a little bit of time here. NVIDIA, sure. So NVIDIA is recovering a little bit this morning, but to me, it's like it could easily come up, kind of retest 100, and then roll back over. Or if we get back above 100, we see buyers hold that $100 level. That's when you could definitely see it recover, right? So that $100 level is going to be a battleground. That's what I would want to pay attention to. Beast mode, I think 110 by Friday is probably a bit of a stretch considering it's Tuesday already and we're pretty weak the last couple days. But I wouldn't be surprised to see like 103, 104, 105. But you never know. Who knows what can happen in 4 days? So we will we'll see what happens. So let's see, Duke, your Discord's still not working. I may need to update it if there's an update. But all right, guys, 6 minutes. So I'm gonna be watching Amazon off the open here. We are just sitting right at 170. But I also do want to pay attention to FSLR pretty quick. Amazon to me is going to be a pretty slow trade. It's one of those things where I want to just try to get a good entry on it, and then I want to be really patient because I do think that we can catch at least $1, $1.50 on it. So I don't want to be just quickly getting out on a new high or something. So that means I'm not going to size super heavy. I'm going to size kind of maybe like medium to lighter size on this, and just so I can let it go, look for a little bit bigger move. And then on FSLR, I don't know what the contract's going to open up at. I think IV is probably going to spike on these. And if there's no volume on the options, then I can't trade those either. But we will we'll see. So FSLR obviously kind of a side watch for me. It's not a typical name that I trade, but if everything lines up, I'm willing to take the trade with the catalyst like this. So if there's any questions, feel free to ask. If not, we'll just hang out. We got about 4.5 minutes here. Amazon good. I want Amazon to open under 170. We might get it on FSLR, Pookie. But I think with these setups, we should be done earlier today. I don't think that, with these kind of scenarios we have here, we should be here too late. Which contracts are looking at on Amazon? So on Amazon, I got the 170 calls ready. But if we open up above 170 or something, maybe I'll switch to the 175s. The 175s honestly have more open interest and they'll be a little cheaper. So if you guys would rather 175s, there's no problem with that at all. I'm just going to go 170s, but I may quickly switch here before the open. So 175s, 170s for Amazon. And then FSLR, I have the 135s ready. That is subject to change too, just considering I don't know how the stock's going to move. I don't know how the volume's going to be on the contracts. I don't know any of that. But just to be safe and somewhat ready to go, I got the 135s on FSLR ready as well. So, with the gap play like this on Amazon, guys, like I said, I think it could be fairly slow. So I don't want to rush the trade. Again, around 172.60 is going to be the top of that gap. The gap really started around 169.5. So we have started to come into that gap here pre-market. But yeah, so ideally see a little dip, maybe 169, 168.5. Nice bounce back up, play the high of the day. I want to try to be in before the 170 break. Just so I can then, if I trade the 170 calls, I'd be able to get in the money and I can just kind of slowly let this thing go. I don't really want to enter above 170 just because ideally our setup works well enough to where we can get it before. But we just pulled back down to like the pre-market VWAP here and looks like we had a buy imbalance and we just popped up. So ideally this opens up down here. If the market opens and Amazon just goes straight through 170 on the first candle, I'm not sure I'm going to chase it, but I would be looking for a break and retest, right? So we break through 170, want to see it kind of pull back into 170 into VWAP, hold there. I'd start entering there. And then again, like I said, this is a slower trade. So I'm okay with doing that kind of scenario. But if there's no pullback off the open that I can take advantage of, then I will, I'm not going to just chase a green candle right off the open. Also, I feel like recently I've seen Amazon either be really strong off the open or really weak. So this is not something that I'm going to be trying to buy a dip on because I've seen this drop $3, $4 in the first few minutes. And if I try to buy a dollar pullback, well, I could get caught in a lot more. So I'm not looking to get super aggressive. Just to walk through it again, I want to see a pullback, maybe 169, 168.5 area, and then a bounce, and then I'll play that new high of day through 170, and then go through there. So see if I can get up to 171, 171.5. That's ideally what I want to see here. But let's all keep an eye on FSLR. That could be a really interesting trade. All right, guys, 40 seconds until the open. Here we go. $15, $10, Bitcoin 90,000. It looks like, or just around that. For anyone watching coin at MSTR, let me know. Opened up at 170, popped right through that. Not going to chase this, guys. All right, I may switch to the 175 calls. See, that's a big reason why I don't want to chase that like that. Market pulling back pretty aggressively as well. So I do kind of like the little bit of strength Amazon's showing compared to the overall market here. It's kind of holding 170 though. FSLR not doing a whole lot. I think I'm going to switch to the 175 guys. And I may look to trade just at high day there at 170 and 60 cents. It's probably what I'm going to do here. Nice, Wyatt. Buyers are really holding this here at 170. I do really like to see that. It's kind of just like a weird opening range break kind of thing here. Popped up, but we pulled back. So we now have that high of the day right here around pre-market high 170.60. So if this can kind of hang out right here for a second, then I can see some really aggressive buying. I'm looking to enter around 170 and 50 cents. Pulling back here a little bit more. Market's really starting to push here. Amazon could get going. Yeah, here it goes. That was a quick pop there. Market's trying to go for the high of the day. I don't like these big topside wicks, though. Market coming down just a little bit here. Amazon's still kind of struggling. Coin's going, yeah, wow, MSTR popped, so I bet coin did. Another big wick there on the top side, so I want to be patient here, guys, on Amazon. Let's see, FSLR is just kind of chilling. Would hate to miss that, but it looks like it's about to go. FSLR is really starting to go here. 135 has had a little bit of volume, but the spread is absolutely terrible. Yeah, I couldn't even get filled on that. I just tried. The spread's like 25%. Man, but they're going to run. Terrible volume, 260 volume on those FSLR contracts. Nice. We had a little pullback here on Amazon, so that's totally fine. I'm fine if this wants to kind of hang out for a little bit here before we get that high of the day. Little buy up right there. Just waiting for this to start getting bought up. Once I see that aggressive buying back above 170, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Stay patient here. Starting to see a little bit of buying pressure here. I would like to see the market bounce with this and then see buyers get this straight back up over 170. Market trying to come for a low of the day. I don't want to see this, honestly, go under 169 right now. I would like to see it hold up really well. And then see some sort of buying come into this. A lot of things are just moving around crazy, though. Market just kind of pulling back a little bit. Would love to see a bounce here on this. I'm not trying to get aggressive. I'm not trying to buy into this pullback, guys. Because this could just, slowly die off. Trying to get bought up. That was a good little candle flip there from red to green. Starting to see a little bit of buying pressure now. See if we can get back above VWAP and back above 170 here quickly. That was good. Entry is going to be around that high of the day, I think. I don't want to, as much as I liked that buy up there, we could just reject 170 and roll right back down. So I want to see us get back above that, hold, and then really start going for a high of the day. I mean, even if we get in right before high of the day and get out right above 171, it'll still be a nice little scalp trade. But be ready because this will be a kind of a quick entry. Back at 170, got the bid back above. I like that. This is where I want to see volume, and I want to see this aggressively go back to that high of the day. Volume did kick up on that last candle, which is pretty nice. So ideally, the market recovers here, and we see an aggressive move up here to this high of the day. My entry is going to probably be just above 170 and 40 cents here. Market's trying to push up. I hate these wicks up here. To me, that just shows me that there's sellers, a bunch of sellers in this area getting rid of it above 170. I'm looking at the 175 calls now. I want to see them close these candles above 170. I want to see them start holding it above that. Nice buy up on the market. Market's starting to shoot for its high of the day. Come on, Amazon. This is where you need to go. Amazon not showing that strength I want. SPY and NQ just kind of went for their highs of the day, and Amazon didn't really budge. Nice, Chris. Man, I guess some of y'all caught some coin. I mean, that thing just went straight off the open. Wow. Maybe there's a trade there around that 185 level that I wanted, 184 and 85, but it's going straight to it, so I got to wait for some sort of pullback. FSLR is trying to go for another high of the day. Pull back into VWAP here. I'm honestly not really liking Amazon. It'll be very obvious if it's ready to go, but I wanted it to hold up right there a lot better than it did. Market is just kind of choppy here. FSLR new high. Coin is just not stopping right now. Maybe I should have really paid attention to that and just traded terribly yesterday. Another nice buy up here on SPY and Q. Come on, Amazon. This is your chance right here. Market's trying to go for their highs. This could happen any second here, though. Get ready. If SPY made a new high of the day, I'm about to get in this if I see this really start moving here. I don't really love that candle. Again, taking this kind of smaller size, though. NQs, buying new highs. Amazon is just struggling back here. I don't love that. Pull back to 170. Sometimes things can just take 10, 15 minutes, just kind of wash out here, and then they'll break this opening range and go. So that's kind of all I'm sitting here waiting for. Plus, we have this big gap above. So I think that there's a better setup here to the upside. Here we go. Get ready. All right. I'm in small 170 stop loss. New high a day. Volume is very low. I don't like to see that. I am already green, but just a couple points here. I want to see 170 get taken out. Sorry, 171. Starting to move here a little bit. There is a tiny wall at 171. I want to see this continue. Volume's just not really there, guys. I'm not seeing that volume I want. But again, this was a slow mover. So I want to be patient with it for the most part. Market's really strong. I'm going to go ahead and scale out of a little bit here, even though I'm only up a couple points on it. Just want to manage some of that risk. I'm going to switch to a 2-minute chart as well and just try to be slow. Try to give it time. It held 170 really nicely. Market strong. My target is really just a 171 break at this point to sell about half, maybe 3/4, and then let it go. I don't like how slow this is going. I want to see a little bit more continuation there. Come on, give me a nice push here through this new high, 170 and 80 cents. Market is a little bit extended, so the only thing I'm worried about here is the market pulling back on this and Amazon getting a little affected. So, like I said, I did sell some at 142 a contract right here. Come on, give me another new high. It may have to pull back a little bit. So, I mean, I'm not going to be totally worried about that. Like I said, this is a slower mover, but I wanted to see a little bit more continuation there, especially as we're coming into a gap like that. Market's still holding up near its highs. Amazon's still holding up near its highs. Y'all lost sound? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Discord, Discord. Okay, some people can hear me, some can't. Hello. I'm still here. I'm still talking. Hello, 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 hello. I'm looking for a new high here, though. We're almost there for y'all that can hear me. I'm still I'm gonna have to type some of this out for these other people, though. There we go. Nice little pop there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Keep going, Amazon. Keep going. Keep going. Market's ripping. There we go. There we go. There we go. Selling some more here. I've got about half my position on. I just don't like how slow this is. I think it can pull back right here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hello. Market's still ripping here. I mean, absolutely ripping. Coin 186, Apple 197, FSLR G's 137.48. Oh my goodness. I mean, why does this have to happen right now? Let's see. I'll get the link. All right, so I sold most. I'm good. Why? I'll just type it. I can handle it. Hello, hello. Amazon's still moving pretty good. See, I hope some people can still hear this, but we did break 171. A little bit of a pullback. Not really worried about that. Kind of makes sense. Market just went on a tear. Amazon, to me, honestly, is moving really slowly, so I'm not a huge fan of that. But and honestly, these contracts didn't move that great either. I mean, I only I think at peak I made like 15 cents a contract maybe. So far, my highest sell is 150. So that's just barely over 10%. Yeah, maybe so. Beast mode, maybe so. Can some of y'all hear me now? That couldn't earlier? Okay, good. It's weird how Discord just did that, but wow, FSLR 138. Coin 187.21 high. That just kills me. But I'm glad some of y'all caught that. Little pullback here, 171. It's okay. Nice little buy up right there. It's a beautiful looking buy. That's exactly what I want to see on a pullback there. On those pullbacks, when you can see those big bottom side wicks, that just means that buyers are just sitting there trying to buy this up. So, like I said, Amazon's slow, but I feel like it could be a little bit faster, at least more aggressive, like price wise. I mean, this moved 50 cents from its high in, almost 10 minutes. That's not a lot. I was hoping we'd be around, 171.50 or so by now. But I'm going to give this one more new high, ideally, and then I'm going to get out of this. My stop loss is now break even, guys. Well, I may give it a little bit more room than that. I'm going to give a stop loss of 170.4. Pulling back here a little bit. I want to see some more buy ups like we saw that last candle here. There you go. That's great. That's what I want to see right there. You know, you got to keep telling yourself, even though this isn't going as fast as you want, it's not really doing anything that tells you you need to get out or there's not any buyers present. Yeah, maybe buyers aren't aggressively buying this up like they could be on some sort of news catalyst. But, price action wise, you're seeing some decent strength. You're seeing it kind of come down and you're seeing buyers come in on dips here. So that's what I like to see. Market is pulling back a little bit. SPY pulled back pretty aggressively and Amazon's not that affected. So I may sell a little bit more here, 145 a contract, just because I'm seeing SPY really drop off. Yeah, I'm going to sell a little bit more. Only got 5 contracts left, guys. I didn't make really anything on this. These contracts moved terribly, I feel like. I'm going to stay confident on this if they can hold it above 170 and 50 cents. If they can hold that, I think there's still a good chance that we could get a new high on the day. And I'll probably just get out of everything once I see that. Everything's just kind of pulling back right now. This is kind of right where I want to see them pull it back, hold it, and then try to bounce this. Market is coming down a little bit, but not that aggressive. SPY is a little bit more aggressive. Ideally, even SPY and NQ are coming into support. So if they can use that, buyers can use that to come in and bounce this here. It'd be perfect. But it's just kind of a mini flag. This, this could easily come down to VWAP and then bounce, but I just don't know that I want to hold it that far. I'm still green on this, but just barely. Market's just really starting to drop off. But I don't know. I still like the way this looks. This is like healthy price action. I'm looking to sell Amazon, the rest of it above 171, Jamie. But I've already sold a little over 2/3 of my position. There we go. That's a nice pop right there. I may even get a little aggressive here and add. And we'll see. Market's still coming down just a hair. I just added really small to this, guys. It didn't really move my average price at all. There we go. I want to see volume really start to come in now. Market's starting to bounce. Amazon's trying to break this little downtrend here. I just want to see a break of 171. I'm gone. Okay. But I think at the end of the day, this is still a pretty healthy looking chart for the most part. I'll keep saying Netflix. Let's see. Wow. 50-point move. It just feels like I have a good setup and the market doesn't care and rip something else. So I'm going to do everything my watch list doesn't say. How about that? Still trying to push here. Just haven't seen that momentum I want to see just yet. But, again, around 170 and 40 cents. If we kind of close under that, I'll just get out of this. For pretty much break even on these contracts here. I love seeing these buy ups right here. But PLTR did this yesterday, so this could still fail. Jeez, Sam G. Nice. Yeah, I looked at Netflix this morning, but I was like, we pulled back a lot yesterday, and the all-time high is like 1,062, I think. So I'm just gonna wait for that all-time high trade if I can get a setup there. Yeah, it does. It really does, Tigman. Still seeing some buyers hold it here. I'm just waiting for the market to really recover, and I think Amazon has one more shot at this high of the day. I'm not totally done with this yet, but I've already made profit on it, so I'm not really risking anything, guys. There we go, 170.75. So we're about 20, 30 cents away from a high of the day here. Come on, Amazon. I'm holding such a small position, guys. I can just kind of sit here and let this do whatever. Um, so I hope you guys are sized correctly, and I hope you have taken some profits. I mean, it wasn't a huge trade, but over 10% there at that 171 break. That's kind of right when sound went out, it sounds like. So sitting just roughly 30 cents away from 171. So it's really not that much of a move, but we're starting to see some topside wicks. We're starting to see some selling come in. Buyers don't seem to be as aggressive. So as long as we can hold 170 and 40 cents, 170 and 50 cents, I'm happy. Looks like we might pull back here a little bit more. I don't like that wick. The continuation on some of this is just awful. Still holding though. Right, we're still holding this level here. Just waiting for this thing to just really get going and go to like right here. All right, I'll draw pictures for you guys that cannot hear. How's that? There we go. Starting to move a little bit here again. Come on, baby. I need volume. I need some volume. There we go. Still looks great. See, high of the day here. Nice move. 171 and 10 cents is the high of the day. Wow, there we go. Broke 171 again. Market's really starting to pick up. I'm going to wait for the high of the day break. Still under 171. Once that bid starts holding above 171, I think that's where this can start moving. Come on, man. You got more than that, Amazon. You can hear my alerts, but not my voice. Stickman, you can hear me though, right? So it's not like it's me. It sounds like it's just kind of a Discord issue right now. Yeah, you can hear me too. Come on, Amazon. Still trying to hold up here just under 171. I'm just waiting for the sellers to get out of the way and let buyers take control of this through the high of the day here. There we go. Bid is right at 171. Ask is above. I just got to see that bid pop through here. I mean, this is, I guess, how I'm going to have to communicate this. Come on. One last push you to the highs. Yeah, it's definitely a Discord issue. I mean, I've changed nothing about my processor settings, so if no one can hear me on Discord, then that's one thing. But if some people can, then it can't be me. Still holding right here. I think we're gonna pop any second. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. One little movement through 171. 99, 71 on the ask. Watch the bid here, guys. I mean, the ask can get there and get above, but I got to see that bid get above. Once that bid's above, that's where they can start kind of letting this thing go. You can tell there's just some sellers in this area we got to get rid of. No harm in taking profits here, though. No harm at all. But I would like to see it, if it's going to not go anywhere, I want to see it hold above like 170 and 80 cents. Hold here, hold here, hold here. One candle, pop it through. The market wants to make one last push. I mean, we're right there. 98. Come on. 71 on the ask. 95. Still holding above this 90-cent level. Come on, baby. Let this go. NQ starting to push. SPY starting to push. This is your chance, Amazon, right here. I don't know if I like this anymore. These contracts are starting to slowly lose value. Coin made a new high. Jeez, FSLR 139. So those were two great trades. This is okay. This is just kind of like a miniature flag here. There we go. Nice candle. I want to see that aggressiveness. There we go. Ask is above 171. Bid is at 171. I want that bid to get above it, though. It's right on the penny. Get up above. Get up above. There we go. 1 cent. It's got to break through. Remember, 171 and 10 cents is all I'm looking for here. Market's about to blast. There it is. I'm selling. I'm out. I'm completely out. There it is. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Got one last little runner here. Sold and sold. Okay, well, I'll take it. Not nearly as much as I thought I'd make on that move, but whatever. Right at my target, though. I mean, shoot, I drew that out right there before before we did that. So I'll take it. Done for the day, most likely. Who made profit on that? For y'all that cannot hear me. Still holding. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could hold this longer, but honestly, that just didn't make me very happy. So I'm just gonna take it and move on. Didn't make hardly anything, but whatever. Contracts to me just didn't really move great. I mean, they're at 148 right now. So I mean, they made probably, 10, 12, 15 cents on that. That's 10%. And we caught it from, 170 and 40 cents, 170 and 50 cents. I mean, we caught 50 to 70 cents on the move. New high there, 156 a contract. That's the move. Wow, there it goes. Nice. For anyone that held. Let's see what they're gonna do here. Oh, 160. Probably should have held that longer, but I just hated how long I had to be in that. And now it wants to pick up. Let's see here. Wow, there's the freaking move. 165. YouTube X, I'm all out for y'all I can't hear on Discord. Wow, wow, wow. That's pretty insane. One seventy, 170. 168 a contract now. SLR. Now everything wants to just pick up without me, huh? I mean, that is just unbelievable. Let me check out these contracts. So I was looking to buy them around 350 on FSLR. I even had an order at 287 that didn't get filled. And the 135s are freaking 690 on the bid. Oh my god. And I mean, I'm just picking the wrong ones, it seems like, guys, huh? I'm just picking the wrong, they just blast off out of nowhere. And now here's Amazon, 172, ripping the gap, 175 a contract. Wow. I hate that Discord's doing this, guys. I don't really know what to do. I'm sorry. I don't think it's a problem on my end right now. Let's see here. What's FSLR at now? I mean, it's just not stopping. That just freaking kills me. Kills me. Whatever. Sometimes you miss out on things. Shoot. Sorry, guys. I'm doing something real quick, and I will be ready to go. Oh, okay, sweet. I'm back. Let's see. So Monk, you had stops in place for 170. Looks like that stop may have hit, but then again, that's a healthy pullback. The gap ends right up here. So if you can hear me, I think you're still doing good. else? What else here? All right. Well, that was pretty solid. Not anything too crazy, but a fairly easy trade. And I think that was good for us to watch, like, the price action behind it, to learn, just kind of how to read that kind of stuff. Even if it's slow, what are the candles still telling you? So for anyone watching on YouTube, um, well, Discord, who can hear me still? Who can't? I guess if you can't, then you won't respond. Well, Meta dropped off pretty hard. You can. Last segment. It sounds like it's maybe the only one. Yeah. You can hear on YouTube. Okay, good. Yeah, pretty crazy. FSLR though, man. I mean, above 140, it's just insane. I could have made over 100% on this contract, even if I just bought market for a terrible fill. What is basic healthy volume for a stock to have in order to play the call option? Well, it doesn't matter if it's call or put, but I think that well, one, it depends on the stock for sure. But you want to have the stock that you're trading. I mean, typically, like when I'm trading these mega cap names, I want to see at least 50,000 to 100,000 volume on the stock. But for something like Nvidia or Tesla, I may want to see at least 100,000 or 150,000 or 200,000. But for an option contract, I want to see at least like 2,000-3,000 volume, on the contract. Especially if they're cheaper, then I would want to see more. If that makes sense. Yeah, so like today, I didn't buy FSLR because I had a big spread. And big spreads are due to low volume, right? So if there's high volume, then the spreads will be tighter. Then I don't have to worry about it. So it's kind of a simple fix. Like if there's volume there, great, tight spreads, I can trade it. Boom. If there's low volume, then it's a little tougher. If I really want to trade it, then I'm probably buying market just to make sure I can get filled, or I'm trying to buy on a pullback when the contract, the bid and the ask can drop down to where I wanted to get in. So higher spreads, you got to get a little more intricate, and you gotta kind of be a little fancy with it, But tight spreads, that's just high volume, and then you're good. Amazon. Oh, sorry. Amazon going for the end of this gap here. Like I said, the gap ends around 172.60. So that'll be the end of that. And this would have been a full gap fill. Wish I held it longer, but whatever. Want to get a green trade out. PLTR, what are you here? Sorry, I'll get to you in one sec. PLTR, yeah, it's doing all right. Is that a moving average on your chart? The line that's changing colors. I apologize. No, so I actually, to be honest with you, I don't know exactly what the math is behind that. Meaning, I don't really know if it's a moving average, like EMA, SMA, what it is really. So that just came with this like green and red algo color change thing I have going, and really that line is only there just to kind of show me when this candle color is going to switch to green and then switch back to red. So I don't use that at all to take trades. The yellow line that was VWAP, the middle VWAP, that's what I like. So volume weighted average price, that's what I like. Yeah, no problem at all. Amazon trying to go for a new high here. See FSLR pulled back. Tesla just kind of hanging out. So I'm probably going to wrap things up here in about 10 or so, 15 minutes, guys. And we'll go from there. But glad I got somewhat of a green trade. I think some of y'all caught coin and whatnot, but I hate that we had a audio issue, like middle of that trade. That sucked. So if there's any other questions or takers you want me to look at before I go, throw them at me. Again, tonight I have a free lesson at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I do once a week. So make sure to be there. About some DLTR, Dollar Tree. What you doing with Dollar Tree? It's not a high volatile stock that like I trade typically, but it looks like we are kind of breaking out of this range here. It looks like we're kind of going up to fill the rest of this gap that ends around 81.5. So, we're kind of right there. It looks like we filled most of that gap. So, I mean, it doesn't look like it's breaking out. So maybe this could continue, up into the mid to upper 80s. I don't know. There's another big gap up here as well. Yeah, it looks good. It looks like it's definitely starting to break out. I would just pay attention to the volume. The volume's also rising. That's a good sign. Netflix rolling. Wow, this might be the trade tomorrow for me. I would hate to really chase it right here, but I do think that this all-time high break up, I think this could easily get to 1100 in the next, week or two. So that is crazy, Breckle. Here, I'm going to try to do this real quick. What about now? Does that fix it for anybody? That may reset the whole stream. Wow. Okay. There you go. That's weird. Yeah, I know. Some people have been hearing me fine the whole time. It's the weirdest thing. But yeah, so Roland, I'm I'm definitely interested in this one all-time high. I don't really know if I want to chase it tomorrow. I would like to maybe see this kind of pull back and maybe set up. This is kind of like a weird cup and handle looking pattern, maybe head and shoulders. There's just, I don't mind this pattern at all. But ideally, I think to make this perfect, this could maybe kind of flag here for a day, 2, 3 days, whatever, and then we can get that all-time high because I think that'll make that move so much nicer. Well, yeah. Well, glad y'all can hear me now. Cool. Now my YouTube viewers will go down. Well, guys, I'm probably going to wrap things up here any second. So, again, if there's any other ticker show that you can hear me now, tickers, questions, whatever, throw them at me. If not, free lesson tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, that's about it, y'all. So there's nothing necessarily planned. If there is any certain topics y'all want me to go over, I'm more than happy to go over anything. But my free lessons, I can't give out too much because that's for my coaching students and stuff like that. But it's kind of more of a Q&A. What are you struggling with? If you need any help, I'll be there. But yeah, that's it for me. Meta dropped pretty hard. So yeah, I mean, it's the free lessons are for anyone that has questions about the chat room, about simple trading things, me, tickers, psychology, whatever. I can just kind of go over everything, but I don't really plan anything for the free lessons. So okay, guys. Well, if you need me throughout the day, I'll be sitting here doing work for a little bit. I don't know if you guys know who Charlie Kirk is. Charlie Kirk is coming to my campus today at Texas A&M, so I may go and watch some of that. I'm sure some of y'all have seen his clips online. If not, you can go look it up. I'll try. I mean, it's going to be a madhouse, especially at my campus. It's an ultra conservative campus, I feel like, but it's also one of the biggest in the country. I think it is the biggest school in the country. So, yeah, Charlie, what do you think about day trading? But yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. So maybe I'll get some videos or something. But okay, guys. Well, y'all have a good rest of the day. Like I said, I'll be here for a couple hours just doing some work, and then I'll go to that and have class later today. So that's it. Glad I made some money. If y'all made some money though, throw it in profit chat. I'll put a little link to that here for anyone that's new. Tag me. We'll go on with the day. All right, guys. I'm gonna head out. Bye-bye.